Alright lads, my name is Callum Dolby and this is going to be a very different style of video. So I'm in my car, we've just lost 2-0, 2-1 sorry, at home to Chorley in the FA Cup. I haven't been uploading that much, as you can tell. I know I said, oh yeah, I want to do these things more often. Doesn't mean I can always do them, but that's just down to personal reasons, I guess. Sometimes I just don't really feel like recording myself, but I felt like talking about this game because Jesus Christ, what an awful performance. I think this tops getting beat by Kidderminster Harriers at home, because at least we got that to a replay. I don't have any words, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rattle through some player ratings and I'm just going to give some general thoughts on the game. Not going to be that positive, just so you're aware, and also there might be a bit of strong language, so do please be advised for that. But yeah, basically, let's start with the goalkeeper, Christy Pym, probably one of the only players who had a decent game. Didn't really have too much to do, saved a penalty, which was a very, very good save actually. I guess he'd be my man of the match if I had to pick one from a Posh perspective, but I'm going to give him a 4.5. Then we had Broom at right wing back. I'm going to give him a 2. Didn't really do anything. His crosses were dreadful. Just like a lot of the team, he couldn't pass 2 yards to his own men. And yeah, dreadful. 2 for Broom. And then we'll move along the defence. So we had Frankie Kent. Again, poor. Very, very poor. Another 2. Beavers exactly the same, a 2. He gave away the penalty and he just didn't close down for that second goal that they scored. A 2 for him. And then we had Fraser Blake Tracy at left centre back. I'm going to give him a 2 as well. Absolutely terrible. We had Butler left wing back. I'm going to give him a 2 as well. God, I hate giving players these low ratings, but trust me when I say this, they deserve these ratings because we got outplayed, outthought, outpressed, anything you can think of in a football game, whether it's doing the basics right or whether it's just playing well. We were so far behind Chorley, it's actually unreal. Like, this is a team that's part-time. They train 3 times a week and we couldn't even get near them. Our passes from our defence to our midfield were way too short. They weren't getting anywhere near our midfield. God, right, let's just move on. Okay, so moving into the midfield too, we had Taylor and Brown, which has been like a staple of our midfield partnership for the past year, really. Taylor scored a cracking goal in the first 2 minutes, but it was all downhill from there for him and for the team. So I'm going to give him a 3.5 maybe, stretching. And then we had Brown, who I'm going to give a 1 to. He was absolutely terrible. Every single pass he tried to play wasn't, just didn't come off. Every single thing that he tried to do, every cross, pretty much every tackle, he was getting dispossessed left, right and centre. So yeah, 1 for Brown. And then we had Schmodix as well. I'm going to give him a... Can I give a player a 0? Is that harsh? I'm going to go with 0 for Schmodix. He was absolutely terrible. He can have no grumbles at being subbed off for Flynn Clark at around 60 minutes. Every pass, every cross, every run was completely wrong. He literally couldn't find any of our strikers. So yeah, I'm going to give a 0 to Schmodix. And then we've got the 2 up front who started as Dembele and Isa. Now, just for starters, I'm going to give Isa a 0. Didn't do anything to affect the game. Didn't really run. He had one shot where Schmodix played him through, and he cut in on his left and pretty much just passed it directly to the keeper. It's like he's actively trying to get us to sell him. I don't know if you can hear the anger in my voice, but I'm trying not to get too heated because this is a YouTube video, but Jesus. So his partner, we had Ricky Dembele. I'm going to give him a 1. Had a chance right at the end, which the keeper saved. A very good save from the Chorley keeper. Yeah, Dembele can have a 1. Every time he could make a simple pass, but he'd try and do like a back heel or something when there's absolutely no need to try that, and most of the time that would result in us losing the ball. He'd try and take like 6 or 7 players on at a time, and it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. And then for the subs, we had Mason. Come on. we had Carnu come on, and we also had Flynn Clark. I'm going to give Flynn Clark a 0, didn't do anything. Carnu, I'm going to give a 1. It didn't really do too much. Put himself about a little bit up front, but that's about it. And then Mason, I'm going to give a 1 as well too, because I don't know what to say to you guys. I really don't. But that was probably, in my lifetime anyway, of supporting a Posh fan, which is of being a Posh fan. Sorry, not supporting a Posh fan. In my lifetime of supporting Posh, which is about a good 12 years now, so we've had some shocking performances. Like, we've lost to Kidderminster, we've been absolutely battered by teams before, but this was probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen from a Posh team. We literally wouldn't we couldn't do anything. We weren't doing the basics right. We weren't pressing enough. They were outrunning us when they should be considerably less fitter than us. Because we train full time, and B, we came back before anyone else did. So we should be miles ahead in terms of fitness, especially against a non-league side. Like, what's going on? We played our best team apart from probably Clark, Harris, and Ward, and that's probably about it. Maybe Thompson in there as well, but that team had, well, what, Schmodix was 1.52 million, Isa was 1 million, Dembele was what, 500k. We've got like a 3 to 4 mil starting lineup against a non-league team, and we can't even compete. We can't even compete. We had one shot that went in the second minute of the game, and then we're just, oh yeah, we've won now, sick. Let's just go into the third round. It's not how it works. We were getting outthought, we were getting outplayed, and we were just getting battered by a non-league team. Like, I could understand if they got lucky and they got a lucky couple of goals and we were just pressing the whole game. But even when we were 2-1 down, they were still the team that was they were still the team that was actually on top. They got a penalty, which Pim brilliantly saved. I can say that. It's pretty much the only positive from the game. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm sorry, this is a very random video. It's not going to be massively edited. This is just a rant. But Fergie, sort it out, because that was embarrassing. And I don't want to get too reactionary after we lose, but that was awful. And if we play like that against league teams, we are going to get absolutely slapped this year. We're second in the league. But when's the last time we played well? I mean, okay, we might have played well against Plymouth and grounded out that result, but before then, I can't, like, even when we've been winning, like when we won like 8 out of 10 games or something like that, we still weren't playing well. And if we just continue this downward trend, we're going to be mid-table before we know it. I really hope the players... God, we need a kick up the arse. We really do. That was fucking awful. I don't have anything else to say.